Chill and Chat Talk Show.
Chatting, one of my favorite things to do.
Wait a minute, isn't it chilling and chatting?
Well, I guess you're the chill, I'm the chat.
Oh yeah, so you say. Okay, I know we talked about getting those T-shirts that said
I
chill
know.
for you were I was chill and you were chat,
And
then we were gonna do the N in the middle for
a guest,
for a guest or one of our producers to wear.
We're gonna do that. That'd
Yes,
be so funny.
Great. Anyways, we just did a lot of chilling and chatting last weekend when we were in Kelowna.
We did, and it was a girls' trip, so which is the best.
Absolutely.
Because of course you get to go shopping all day long without anyone falling around all bored and whiny and. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, I don't know many guys who like to shop.
No, so it was a great girls' trip.
But next weekend we're going to bring the guys.
Yes.
And then summer is over. It goes so fast.
I know. You think it's going to last forever, and then a blink of an eye, it's gone.
I know.
And
it's so true.
I know. And summer's like a vacation to me. I think I'm programmed to think of it as a vacation. My mom was a teacher, and so every summer it was like, you know, we just, I guess, chilled and chat the whole summer. It was like a vacation mode the whole time.
Oh,
so I'm
no,
just
absolutely,
like, yeah.
yes. You know, I remember
sad.
when summers were always such a relaxing time when
Yeah.
the kids were little. We would go to the beach a lot. Well, not as much as my hubby wanted to go to the beach.
Yes,
because as I
he's a
was
definitely beach
I was
person,
reading
yeah.
as we were practicing earlier. He went, "We never went to the beach." We always went to the beach, but not as much as he wanted to go to the beach.
Exactly.
And you know what? The main thing, routines were all gone. No
Yes.
school, no nothing.
Yeah, and that's what I love. I mean, you know how I miss organization, right? But
Yes.
that's the thing. It's like a vacation. You don't have any organization, so the routines are gone. So I love it. But you know, I love fall too, though. Like that's one of my favorite seasons.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you know, because you actually get back into the routine. So that's what's great about it, right? And it's like another January. You know, new changes, new goals, new schedules.
Yeah, it totally is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the ladies' gym that I used to have, the September registrations were as much as the January registrations. So I think other people feel the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? What I love about the falls is the leaves changing color.
Right.
My favorite part is also the smell of the crisp, clean
Oh, yeah.
air and
Yeah.
beauty.
Yeah.
And I do miss the Ontario leaves, though.
Oh,
They're
okay.
so colorful. You need to see that one day.
Yeah, I think I've been there spring, summer, and winter, not fall. So I'll have to go to
Yeah, you have to check
Ontario
it
in the
out.
fall,
It's
check
amazing.
It out.
Yes.
And then back to school shopping. That was my
Oh,
favorite thing.
of course.
Yes, like, you know, even as a kid, like I still remember that, you know, really nice feeling and going out with my mom and going buy my shopping stuff and going out for lunch. And then as an adult, I love doing it too. So it was,
Of course.
I missed
well,
that.
you know, I really love the back to school shopping too, but I did have 5. I did. They're all grown up now. I still have them.
Yeah,
But
I'm glad
I
you still
didn't have to shop. I don't have to shop for them anymore. But
Oh my
shopping,
goodness.
back to school shopping with 5 kids,
Yeah.
it was interesting,
That'd be
especially when they
challenging,
got older and didn't like my taste anymore.
Yeah, that's very true. Anyway, we have one more summer weekend left. So
We do.
Yeah, but we're gonna go back to that winery that we're at and enjoy a nice night out with a band and sitting outside and having wine.
Yeah,
So,
next week
that's how we'll
on
celebrate.
Saturday.
Yeah.
It was actually, the winery's called The Vibrant Vine.
Yes.
And that's what we did, our wine and who, what, where, when, why. In
Exactly.
fact, up next, wine and who, what, where, when, why.
Welcome to Wine and.
Who, what, where, when, why?
And before we talk about one of those things, let's talk about where we're at right now.
We are at a beautiful winery, enjoying their outdoor sitting area.
It's called the Vibrant Wines. It's in Kelowna, and they have a wonderful selection of wines and also beautiful wine bottles. So here's the wine bottles. They're
Isn't that awesome?
3D designed. Anyways, Vibrant
So
Wines.
you can put on 3D glasses and see it. Is that what you're saying? You said 3D designed.
Yeah, so you put your 3D glasses and.
Oh, we're gonna have to go
Yeah.
get a pair.
I know.
So we can see it.
Yeah.
All right, and so we are drinking. Let me grab my glass.
2017.
Gewurztraminer.
I always have trouble saying that. And
Short way to say it, just say Gewürz.
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 Which, like I said, I'm not normally a white wine drinker, but
This is really
lovely
good
and very
wine.
refreshing because it's like a beautiful hot afternoon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm.
Yes, very refreshing.
I taste apple. Don't you taste apple?
Sure. Actually, you're probably right. It is very,
very
crisp,
good.
crispy,
It's
kind of like
got
a green apple.
Yeah, crispy taste to it.
Yeah.
All right, so we moved locations slightly. I think it might
there's
be
a band.
obvious because there was a band happening. So we're upstairs at the Vibrant Vines Winery.
Yes.
Anyway, so is it a who, what, where, when, or why today?
I think it's a why.
A why?
Yes.
Okay, what's our why?
Why are we going girls trips?
Why
Did
do
you
we
know,
go on a girls
girlfriends?
trip? We are on a girls trip right now, just the two of us. It's so fun.
And all the girlfriends out there, it is so important to have that time away just with the girlfriends.
Yes.
And
Girl power. Girl fun.
We talked about our 31 years and 30 years of marriage with our hubbies, and part of that is being able to have your time away.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so for us, my husband and I, he has his boy trips and I have my girls trips.
And same here.
Yeah. And
All right, so tell us about your girl time trips.
One of my very first ones was when my girlfriend, who also had the same age children, and we were like immersed in diapers and baby bottles. And,
I remember those years.
Yeah, exactly. And we were so excited because we were going to Seattle to visit one of my best friends from university.
Nice.
And she had no kids and single and, living the life. So we're like so excited. We're driving down to Seattle and, on the way down, all we did was talk about, diapers and baby bottles and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, we cannot talk about this kind of stuff in front of my friend.
Okay, good call.
Yes. Anyway, so we ended up going for the very first night, the catwalk in Seattle.
Catwalk. That
Yes.
sounds interesting.
Very interesting. Basically, you didn't have to pay a cover charge if you did something wild and crazy. And so
Did you do something wild and crazy, or
No.
did you pay?
No, I paid again.
Of course. Okay.
I'm always willing to pay. Anyway, like for instance, one person was wrapped in saran wrap, and that's it. And yeah, it was just totally wild. And then also downstairs they had one of those rooms where you can tie up and like.
Like what? Oh, you're talking S&M. That's
Yes.
horrible. That was in the bar?
Yes, downstairs. Anyway,
Did you look in?
I peeked in.
What'd you see?
It was pretty quiet there, I'm sure.
Oh, I was gonna say
It
this
was-
is rated like G. So
Yeah, that too. But I think there's more things happening later. Anyway,
freaky.
Yeah, we had a great. It was a great
Did you
weekend.
feel revived after the weekend, even though you were a little shocked?
We were revived. It was fun. It was a great getaway, but a much needed getaway. And anyway, I thank my friend for shocking us. It was kind of fun.
That's funny.
How about you? Did you do girl trips too?
Oh, of course. I've done a lot of girl trips.
Yeah.
But one that really comes to mind is actually before I was married. My sister and I went to visit our friend in San Francisco. It was our first night there. We just got there. And we left our suitcases. We didn't even unpack them. And she said she wanted to take us to this bar.
Yeah.
So we went, sure. So, I think I was 22. My sister was 21. So we jumped, on the transit there, which is the streetcars. And we went to the bar. And then all of a sudden, my sister and I were wondering where our friend went. And she was nowhere to be found in the bar. And the problem was, this was back before cell phones. We didn't remember the address where we were staying. We're like, oh my goodness, how are we going to get back?
She actually left the bar?
She left the bar. And we're like, we don't even know where we're staying.
Oh my goodness. That's
and
scary.
so we were like out on the street like at 2 a.m. and we're looking around and there's like lots of weirdos stuff going on. We weren't feeling very safe.
No.
And then we saw this cop car. So we knocked on the window and we told them our situation and we went, we just arrived here tonight and we have no idea where we're staying. Could you help us?
Oh my goodness, all your stuff was there at the place?
We had nothing.
Oh my goodness.
So they drove us around and tried to help us remember where we were, and eventually we did remember where we were.
Yeah, oh good.
And we got back and our friend was there. And we were like shocked that she did that.
Well, at least
gave her a few words.
And I have to say, our girl weekends are not like that. Last night, I think, we were both in bed by 10.
Yeah, I know. We're not that
No
exciting.
big wild parties, but lots of shopping and
lots of shopping, lots of fun, and
Yeah.
and going to wineries.
Exactly.
It's lovely.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back, and great winery.
Oh my goodness. And those designer bottles, you look through the 3D glasses.
I know,
that was
that was
amazing.
great.
Yeah, beautiful.
Anyways, we've got mail.
Okay.
All right, I'm
excellent.
going to do the first one.
Again, of course.
All right. Dear Trish and Jenny, this is from Murray Dewick from Kamloops.
Oh, Kamloops. Nice.
Tell an embarrassing public experience you had. Oh.
Oh, I'm sure I've had millions. But,
Well, you tell us one.
well, I mean, it's funny because something does come to mind right away, but yeah, I was walking down when I was in university. I must have been like 21 and walking down Granville Street in Vancouver. And as I was walking one way, this guy was coming the other way, and last minute we caught each other's eyes, and we realized we knew each other from school. And it happened to be someone who was like a couple of years older and who I had this total crush on during high school.
Wow.
But he was older, so
before Doug.
Yeah. Oh, of course, yes. And anyway, so as we're walking past, we kind of catch eye. We both kind of turn around. We keep kind of walking, but I'm like, oh, hi, you know, all that stuff, right? And then I turn around to keep walking and right into a lamppost.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Did he come back to help you?
I don't even know. I jumped up and I just kept going. I was so embarrassed. And
But he saw?
I'm sure he saw because we were, still in the middle of a conversation.
Okay, that's a very
yes.
funny, embarrassing public
Yes, it
story.
was not a sexy move at all. Yeah.
No.
What about you? Any embarrassing ones?
I do have one of the most embarrassing moments of my life.
Oh, so
I don't know if I should
most
share it.
embarrassing. Okay.
It was very embarrassing.
Oh, I'm excited to hear this.
Okay, well, I was in my
Like
early...
your body language, you're looking
I
like
know,
you're really
I'm like,
squirmy
okay, early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I was out with my friend, and we just went to. We used to love going to the cafes and having a glass of wine.
Yeah.
And so we stayed up a bit late, and we caught the last subway all the way to Kipling Station. This is in Toronto.
Okay.
And it's a half-hour subway, even longer. And so we had to go to the washroom so bad, but we knew there was a washroom at Kipling Station, so we were holding it in.
Is that how you do it?
Holding it
You're
in.
holding it
Yeah,
like this?
we were crossing arms, crossing legs, and we get there, and we just run like crazy, and we get to the washroom, and it's locked.
Oh no.
Like we literally bang on it, and we're like, I can't believe they locked the washrooms.
Oh,
and then we had a bus to catch.
Yeah.
And so we're like, we both said we cannot get on that bus. We have to go to the washroom, and it's like maybe 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And you'd have to go to the washroom. So we kind of looked around the subway station. We found like this little private area, and it had some bushes.
Oh no.
So we just squatted, went to the washroom, which I know you're not allowed to do.
I think it's illegal.
I know. So I didn't know that back
I think
then.
you could actually get it.
And then anyway, so we got up, and then we turned around, and there was this whole group of people, and they were clapping.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was so embarrassing. We looked, and I could not believe. Okay, that's completely
That
embarrassing.
is way more embarrassing.
I think
oh my goodness.
well, I don't know, banging into a lamppost in front of a guy you like. Oh, they're both pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good
Mine
one.
might win, actually.
It was good. Okay. Oh yeah, we have another letter. I'm still visualizing you in the bushes.
Yeah,
there.
don't
Okay.
visualize that.
Okay, so here's our second letter. Dear Trish and Jenny, who would win in an arm wrestle? Jill Singleton from Chilliwack. Well, obviously, I
Who
would.
would win? Jenny would say she would win.
Hey,
and
I would
she's
say arm
probably
wrestle
right.
queen of my
All right, let's
school.
do it.
Okay.
Okay.
This is gonna be so fast.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
I know it's going to be really bad. Okay,
Go.
ready? Go. Ah!
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
I knew you would win.
You need to start working out.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty wimpy. Okay.
Hey, I used to beat all the boys in arm wrestling in school. Like,
Well,
except for three,
I used to
but-
beat all the boys in leg wrestling.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, we're
I
not going to
just
be
have
doing that on
stronger
TV.
legs. Okay. Anyways, are we ready for our guests?
Yes. We'll be chatting with Alexandra Babbel, founder of the Opera Kelowna, a lyric soprano with a list of credits and credentials that rivals most Hollywood actresses. She learns, she shares, she teaches, and she can belt it out with the best of them from the highest mountain tops around the world.
Wow, I can't wait. But first, a word from our sponsor. So welcome, Alexandra Babbel.
Thank you.
So good to have you here.
Thank you. It is my pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is going to be so much fun. And share with us your middle name that's actually a surname because
We couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's very ethnic. Alexandra Kozichikova Babbel.
Oh,
See, you did it so
it just sounds so
beautifully.
romantic.
Yeah, I know.
The way you say it.
Sounds like a Russian gymnast.
Sounds very romantic. Anyway, so we would love to hear more about you. So share with our audience, a little bit about yourself.
Well, let's see. I am the only American-born member of my family. My parents met and married in a refugee camp. They fled the Stalinist terror, came to the United States, and I was born very late in their life. So it's a very unique upbringing, having parents like that. It was a real sense of privilege to be able to live in North America and to study the arts.
Nice.
Excellent.
So the arts, opera singer, which is so amazing. How did you get started as an opera singer?
Well, I didn't even know there was such a thing as I was a child. What is opera? I've never even heard of it. But I did enjoy making sounds with my voice, highs and lows, many pitches. And I lived in this very Slavic family where everything has a song, whether being married, buried, whatever it is, you need a song for it. And everyone had this robust way of approaching their singing. So I started college at 17. I went into my first voice lesson and I made those sounds, the sounds that were familiar to me. We'd never listened to Top 40, so this sounded normal to me. And my voice teacher said to me, you could do this for a career.
Wow.
So I didn't even know singing is a job. So that's how it started, and I really never turned away from it because the physical sensation of singing well is a wonderful experience. And my upbringing is such that you would definitely embrace self-discipline and try to improve on a daily basis. So I never left it.
Wow.
And we hear that you have lots of different degrees, so share about that.
Lots of different degrees. Okay, I just sat at a desk longer than the rest of the people, that's all. Doesn't mean much. No, here's the thing, I cannot find my house keys, but I certainly know about the voice because it's the only thing I've studied. So let's see, 2-year associate degree from Taylor University, a bachelor's of choral music education from the University of Michigan, a master's degree in vocal performance from the University of Alberta, and doctoral studies from Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois.
Well, so who cares about finding keys?
I'm like, I would say you are
supposed
the
to have people for that.
Exactly.
So what are some of the highlights of your career so far?
Oh my goodness, it's very hard to narrow down, but I think if
Do we have an hour? 5 hours?
I love talking about me, so enough about me. What do you think about me? We could just go on and on, but no, let's keep it to the limit. I was thinking about my trip, one of several that I made to Russia and Ukraine. And the beautiful thing about that concert tour, it was a solo concert tour, was that I was able to go back to the village from where my parents came. And I spent some time even going out in the forest where they hid underground for 3 months, trying to escape the German-Russian front moving through. And so it was a very emotional, a very poignant trip. Some of the first cousins still in that little village were still there to remember the uncles and that I brought with me on that trip. So it was an amazing trip, and that was one of the highlights.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing.
Awesome. Now you have a song you're going to sing for us.
Very excited to hear it.
Am I? Yes, okay. I'm going to do something very cheeky and sing a couple jazz lines as an opera singer. It usually doesn't work very well, but let's see what happens. I'm a great sense of adventure.
We'll be right back after Alexandra's song.
that was
Wow.
so beautiful. Oh, my goodness.
That actually
Yeah.
made me tear
Yeah.
up. You
Oh, I
have
know.
a beautiful voice.
I was getting goosebumps.
I know,
Yeah.
that was amazing. So you mentioned jazz.
Right.
I didn't really catch the jazz in
It
that
was kind
performance.
of a joke.
Oh, okay. I was
What opera singer sings jazz? I ask you. No.
okay.
That's funny.
So actually,
Yeah.
actually the piece is a Shakespearean
Oh, yeah.
sonnet, and it was commissioned for my use by the wonderful Canadian composer Arnold Draper.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness!
that's
Wow, so that
awesome.
was so special for us to have that on our Chill and Chat.
There you go.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Amazing. So share with us about Opera Kelowna.
Well, I'm very happy to say that when I moved to Kelowna, I was very, very interested in bringing what I knew in Chicago to this region in Kelowna. So I have, in 4 years, been able to found and bring to the professional level an opera company, of which there are only about 14 in the entire country.
Wow.
And the status of professional opera comes as a result of the association with the Canadian Opera Company
Right.
Associates. And so this is something that doesn't come very easily. It's based on merit
Right.
and quality of production and the fact that everyone hired is professional. So we brought it from a non-existence to an operational budget of about $300,000 in about 4 years.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah, so I'm very proud of that.
Great
Yes.
accomplishment.
I'm
Yes.
very, very proud of
Wow.
that the legacy will continue,
Yeah.
and I am now sharing the load with others and passing the torch on. But
Nice.
I'm very, very pleased to see
Yeah.
that we have definitely affected the artistic landscape here in
Wow.
the region.
Nice. And well, Kelowna is very lucky. And we went to an event a couple of years ago that you put on
Yes.
at the other Rabbit
And that
for
was
Valentine's. And
awesome.
that
That
was
was
absolutely. It was
beautiful.
Wasn't
so,
that fun?
It was so
It was.
beautiful.
It was all about Valentine's
I was
Day.
like, wow,
We had a
you-
kissing
yeah.
booth with an actual pig you could kiss and a little gold tutu for $5. So, you know, I do have a great imagination
Yeah.
when it comes to
Yes.
a themed party. So I hope it's not the last.
Yeah.
Certainly.
I hope
yes.
not either. Yes.
So now that we are all living with COVID-19,
Yeah.
tell me, how has that impacted you personally?
Well, you might be surprised to know that it has been a great gift to me.
Wow.
I think like many of us who tend to really come out of the gate running, this has caused me to find my stride.
Right.
So I've done much more mindful attention to detail in terms of meditation, yoga. I go to yoga every day, which is moving meditation. I do Pilates 4 times a day and a couple of weightlifting sessions.
my
And then
goodness.
I,
Wow.
I keep moving because I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but I
Yeah.
carry my concerns in my body and I
Right.
clear it through movement.
Yeah.
And so this has been a very good experience for me.
Wow.
I've enjoyed the time.
Yeah.
And I probably, like many of you out there, will probably note that you're not going to go back to the way you were before because you've experienced something new. I also got really good at making sourdough, just like everybody else.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow.
And what about too with with teaching? That's going
Yes.
more online.
Yes,
or?
I have actually been able to adapt to the Zoom teaching online, and in fact, many of my clients, even before COVID, did not live in the region, so I was already doing that. So it's not
So that
a
was an
huge
easy
leap.
transition.
Easy
for you then.
transition.
Okay.
And now pupils are coming back, and one at a time, and it's totally okay to do that. And I do have a girls group called Candeska, which means beginning to shine. And that group I've taken to 11 countries throughout the years. They've toured, fully funded and sponsored. And we were planning to go to Japan before COVID hit, which is quite a disappointment. But we will hope to make that trip another season. However, they have been able to rehearse. We've been rehearsing outside and social distancing, and so they're in a bubble. We were able to do 2 or 3 concerts outdoors in that regard. So it's not like all of the music has stopped, but it is different.
It's different. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Wow, that sounds awesome.
So what advice would you give to future opera stars? you know, someone who's wanting to start out in that career?
Good question.
Yeah, I think you mustn't be in a hurry. You must take the time to do your craft well. And I think that the biggest mistake I've seen is those that would rush to the stage before having the actual technique. So the lifespan of that opera singer's career is very, very short-lived. So what I mean by that is get your languages. You need to be able to get your languages, get your piano, get your musicianship, your theory. For sure, get in with a teacher, but not too soon. I think the best time to start singing classically is in your late teens and early 20s. And then slowly but surely learn the appoggiato, the breath support, learn where those Italian vowels are, learn all of this very systematically, and then you will find that they will fall to the left and right because people don't have sustainable technique, and you'll be able to have longevity of career.
Great advice.
That is great advice.
I'm right here if anybody needs my help.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so
thank
much
you.
for
That
being
was
here
such a fun
all
chat.
day. It was a real privilege. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And we'll be right back after Treasure Trails. Welcome to Treasure Trails!
And we're on a new hike in Kelowna.
Yes, we're going to do the Canyon Falls Trail. And
Exciting.
hopefully we're going to
See
see
another
some
falls.
Yes. We made it to the falls.
I think this is the first one, but it's so beautiful. Okay, so the second part of the hike is actually rock climbing.
Can we do it, Jenny? I'm not sure.
Of course.
I don't know.
Well, I'm leaving you.
I can't believe I'm doing this. The falls, the second falls.
We made it, except now I'm a little worried because we have to go back down the rock wall. I think it's not a loop.
This trail is not for the faint of heart.
Nope.
at the end.
We just came up the big hill, and here's Trish's breathing.
It's a big hill.
It was a big hill.
It was fun. Why are we filming this before I catch my breath?
Well, that was a great hike.
Yes, it's so great to sit on this bench.
Straight uphill all the way back, though.
I know, I was out of breath.
But we get to see this beautiful view.
Yes, have a look. It's
Yes,
so beautiful.
The Okanagan Lake.
So this week for Treasure Trails, we're doing something a little bit different.
Yes, we realize that there's not going to be a lot of people here from our viewers hanging out in Kelowna, so we are going to do a skill testing question.
Yes, and you can only answer it by emailing us at chillTV@gmail.com.
And so the question is, we saw two beautiful falls. What is the name of the two falls?
And just to remind you, we were on the Canyon Falls Trail, but that is actually not the name of the falls.
So happy treasure hunting!
Wow, another great waterfall hike.
Oh, that was so beautiful
Yes.
and such adventure that, like, the
rock climbing, you mean? Like the huge thing you made me do? You know, I didn't have the right shoes, and I was dizzy that day.
Oh,
but I
boy.
still did it.
excuses,
You made me.
excuses, and the dizziness all of a sudden just happened to come upon when you're halfway up the
No,
rock
but
wall.
you know what? I did have it earlier that day. I just didn't tell you.
Okay. But at least I made you do it.
I know, it was
That-
really nice.
yes.
And two
And
waterfalls.
it was amazing.
Beautiful.
Yes, absolutely fantastic.
And
So-
what a great visit we had with Alexandra Babbel.
I know, so
Wow.
inspiring
Yes.
and just so talented,
Yes.
amazing. Yeah, so anyway, we have one more long weekend, and so we're going to put our Destination Diva hat on. Though, I mean, we don't have a hat or anything.
We need to
but-
get some, though. Yes.
And we're going to share some local spots to visit for this last long weekend because we have so many amazing places so close to us.
Yes, and also since we can't, travel to Europe or internationally, travel is out there. But what
Yeah.
a great time to check out where we live.
Exactly. So one of the close places is Manning Park. So you can hike, camp, stargaze. You can spend a day on the lake and even ride a horse.
That sounds
Yeah.
fabulous. Another one is Cowichan Valley.
Yeah.
That's the Vancouver Island area. It's known for its vibrant arts and theater scene, but it also has wildlife excursions, and they also have whale watching.
I know.
So that would be
that's
fun.
so cool. Squamish is not too far away, and that's a great place that you can, go to. Oops, here we go, because we have a list.
There you go.
So Britannia Mine Museum. And then you can go onto the Rope Runner Aerial Adventure Park. That'd
Whoa,
be so
that
much fun.
sounds
So
like
what a
fun.
great thing for a family to do. And then, of course, the Sea to Sky Gondola, where you get a beautiful view of the Shannon Falls, which you could actually also hike up to, so you can do either or. And, of course, the amazing views of the ocean and the islands. So
Sounds
yeah.
beautiful. We also have the Southern Gulf Islands. That would be Pender Island. It's one of those. And it has over 60 hiking
Wow.
trails.
Oh my God, we
we
should
need
go there.
to go
Yeah. We
there
could do like
and do a
60
hike. Yes.
treasure trails.
Yes. Multiple waterfronts and plenty of excursions like fishing, boating, and even scuba diving.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
And then another one, which I always forget about and I love so much, is the Sunshine Coast. So, there's all these bike rides that you can do over waterfalls, and, it's just so picturesque with the ocean. It's an island and absolutely beautiful. So, yeah.
Wow. Anyways, we actually put the article on our Destination Diva Facebook page.
Because they actually have lots more suggestions, so not just those five.
it's on the top, and it's a great article called Places Near Vancouver that would make a perfect end of summer family getaway.
Exactly. Anyway, and for next week, we're interviewing Allison Seal, an associate professor at the University of the Fraser Valley, who is teaching a workplace task program, a pre-employment program for people with disabilities. So,
And anyone who wants to share with us questions, feedback, or requests for topics, email us at chillandchattv@gmail.com.
until next time,
Cheers! Keep chilling and chatting!